Kat and Jess Talk the Best, where we're going to be talking about IMDb's top 250 movies from April 12th, 2018. My name is Kat.
And I'm Jess.
And this is our fourth movie for our Christmas event. This is Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, which is a comedy family fantasy film from 2000. Oh, from just 2000. Just kidding. I was going to say 2000 something. This is a 6.1 on 175,227 votes. So, the spoiler-free synopsis. In this live-action adaptation of the beloved children's tale by Dr. Seuss, the reclusive green Grinch decides to ruin Christmas for the cheery citizens of Whoville. Reluctantly joined by his hapless dog Max, the Grinch comes down from his mountaintop home and sneaks into town to swipe everything holiday-related from the Whos. However, the bitter grump finds a hitch in his plans when he encounters the endearing Cindy Lou Who. I feel like that's the synopsis for every single one of them.
I think so.
All three of them.
I think so.
Because this one expands a lot more.
This one has like way more background details to it. So I'm like, okay.
But
Alright.
I feel like that is, you can put that anywhere.
That's true. So this is directed by Ron Howard. He directed Solo, a Star Wars story. Yes, he directed it. Cinderella Man, and number 143 on our list, A Beautiful Mind.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. He's a good director. He's an actor before, but he's a good director too. Okay. And this stars Jim Carrey, Taylor Momsen. We got to include Kelly, the dog, who plays Max, and Jeffrey Tambor.
And Taylor Momsen is no longer an actor. She is a metal band singer.
Hell yeah, she is. I love her singing.
He's awesome. So, Rotten Tomatoes. I tend to pick the worst movies of the four that we picked.
Well, worst rated. Most people actually like this movie.
Yeah. The average rating on Rotten Tomatoes is a 5.6. The Metascore from Metacritic is a 46.
Damn.
Yeah. So 52% of critics enjoyed this movie. 133 reviewed it. 69 were fresh. 64 were rotten.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's neck and neck there. So, too fresh. This cinematic candy floss honors the Seussian universe by satirizing our own, and Carrey's comic tornado of a performance is a triumph.
That's how that's how he is. That's just how he normally is.
Yeah, he is kind of a comic tornado.
He is. But it's brilliant.
And I didn't write down who that one was by, and I cannot go back and find it. So that one is by Anonymous.
Yay.
Because I forgot to write down the name.
Oh well.
Rick Gren, one of them. How the Grinch Stole Christmas is one kind of larceny. How Jim Carrey steals this picture is another matter entirely.
How is that being nice? Being like a fresh one.
I don't know, but it's funny. He does kind of steal the show.
Yeah, he does. Well, he's the Grinch. What do you expect?
I mean, it is about him.
It is about him. How the Grinch stole Christmas?
The poster, literally, he is the only one credited on the poster.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey, right up top. Boom. Too rotten. Richard Corliss. Director Ron Howard usually lets his comedians gestate organically. But his Grinch is frantic from start to finish.
Does this person not know who Jim Carrey is?
No, probably not.
It probably doesn't enjoy his comedy, that's what I'm guessing.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
David Edelstein. 5-year-olds might go for it, but the people who grew up with Jones's version will be looking at their watches and grinding their teeth. He's talking about the Boris Karloff one.
Yes, the cartoon.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoy that one.
I like both of them.
That one's like a 20-minute thing.
It's a short, very short. It's animated film.
Yeah, it's a TV one.
It is. You can't really compare the two. That's
insulted.
The thing. I don't think you can compare the two.
No.
You can't.
Okay.
That's my opinion, though.
The consensus. Jim Carrey shines as the Grinch. Unfortunately, it's not enough to save this movie. You'd be better off watching the TV cartoon.
Jeez.
God. That's rude.
Wow, these people just do not like this movie. Goodness.
That's kind of rude. Alright.
I'm like, yeah, the cartoon's great. It's a classic.
Yeah.
But you should realize that they changed a lot of things from the cartoon from the book, too.
Yeah,
Like, the Grinch is not green.
Yeah.
He's not.
No, he's just a hoop.
Black and white in the book. So, I mean, there's a lot of differences from the book, from the cartoon. So you can't always compare the cartoons like the ultimate thing.
Yeah. Some people.
We gotta defend this movie till the end, Kat.
I know, I love this movie so much.
Same.
It's literally my favorite Christmas song is from this movie.
Which one is it?
Where Are You Christmas?
Oh, that's a cute song.
I love that song. Okay, so the income. The budget was $123 million. It made $260,044,825 in the U.S. Internationally, it made $85,096,578 for a worldwide total of $345,141,403. Its opening weekend made $55,082,578. It was in 3,256 theaters for 105 days, 15 weeks. That is not including any re-releases that might have happened.
Yeah.
Or might happen after this. The all-time domestic rank is number 105, and its highest all-time rank is number 13, which it hit February 25th, 2001, which was...
It's like months after it came out.
Yeah, it came out in November, so that's like 4 months afterwards. It's not bad, hitting that high. And awards. This did win an Oscar. And then it also won 17 other awards. I will say the majority of the awards for this are makeup.
They have some really good makeup.
Yes,
like,
they
this
do.
is the most makeup used for, like, a movie since Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
It is.
So the Oscar that it won was for the makeup. Won Best Makeup. BAFTA Awards, Best Makeup and Hair. I mean, have you seen the Who's hair? So, Academy of Science Fiction, Fantasy, and Horror Films, Best Music and Best Makeup. The ASCAP Film and Television Music Awards, top 10 in the box office. Awards Circuit Community Awards, Best Makeup. Blockbuster Entertainment. That does not exist anymore.
Yeah, Blockbuster.
Favorite comedy, or favorite actor in a comedy. Jim Carrey won that. Costume Designers Guild Award. Excellence in Period/Fantasy Film.
Yeah, some good costumes in here.
Now, there is a whole awards dedicated to makeup and hair. Hollywood Makeup Artists and Hairstylists Guild Awards. Best Special Makeup Effects. Best Innovative Hairstyling.
That is some great hairstyling in this film.
It is.
I mean, most people want to copy it now.
Yeah.
Especially around the holidays.
So Kids' Choice Awards. Favorite Movie and Favorite Movie Actor. MTV Movie and TV Awards. Best Villain. Phoenix Film Critics Society Awards, Best Costume Design and Makeup. Satellite Awards, Best Costume Design. Teen Choice Awards, Film. Choice Hissy Fit.
Nice.
That's a great award.
The Teen Choice Awards always have, like, those random categories like that.
Yeah, they do. Young Artist Award, Best Family Feature Film in Comedy. And that is all the awards. So...
a lot of makeup.
Boo-hoo, you critics. Just won a lot of awards.
Yeah. I don't really trust critics anyways when it comes to movies. I freaking love this movie. I even watch it sometimes in the middle of the year. I'm like, I need something entertaining and funny.
Yeah.
Let's put the Grinch on.
I love the Grinch. It's entertaining. I don't remember the first time I watched it, but I've loved it ever since.
I do. I have it on VHS. I do.
I don't think I have any more initial thoughts. My thoughts are waning. They're disappearing.
I was like, I just love Jim Carrey, too. He makes this movie.
He does make this movie, but I don't enjoy him. I don't like him very much.
Besides this one?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big Jim Carrey fan, but I do enjoy this movie a lot. Anything else?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Alright, that was your warning. If you haven't watched the film yet, then come back and after you've watched it.
It zooms in on a snowflake.
It does.
A snowflake, and there's Anthony Hopkins is narrating this entire thing.
There it is.
I just love his voice. This is so beautiful.
Until we get to,
Oh, I still love him in the horror stuff, don't worry.
Oh, I do, but he has this way of making it what he wants it to be.
Damn straight. I love it. Ugh. Anyways, keep going.
So then we see a parade. It's the Whoville parade. And there's like these weird... And it's not like a big, huge parade. It's just like a little...
It's like a tiny
parade.
little thing. He's talking about how the Who's love Christmas and lots of happiness and decorating and singing and shopping and... Yeah.
And all of the Who's love Christmas. Except for one. And his name is the Grinch. And he's green.
It's like, I'm trying to remember the line.
All the Who's love Christmas best without a who doubt. I wrote that down. I don't know if that's the line you were looking for, but...
No, all the Who's love Christmas, but the Grinch who lived just north of Whoville did not.
There you go, that's it.
I love that story, by the way.
So you see all the Who's shopping for Christmas.
Yes.
And it's literally Christmas Eve. Well, no. Christmas
like
Eve.
Days before, yeah. It's like days.
It's like Eve.
It's like...
I think the timer, it says like...
It's
3 days or something like
there's
that.
like...
So it's right around... Right now.
It's exactly right around right now.
We were recording. So they're all shopping, and...
You meet this little girl and her dad shopping.
Yeah, that's right. It's been a minute since I actually sat down and watched it, even though I've seen it a million times. I just watched way too many movies to remember tiny little details.
And this is Cindy Lou Who.
Yes. And her dad, they're shopping.
And she's like, what's the deal with everybody just, why is everyone just, like, shopping? And,
yeah, she doesn't quite get it. She's probably about 10 or 11 or something in there. Which is not the age that I started to doubt Christmas being what it was for. I was older.
She's a smart kid.
She's a smart kid. Then we see the Grinch's mountain.
Yes. Mount
and
Crumpet.
There's some kids running up the mountain.
They want to see the Grinch.
He's not very happy about it.
No, they go to knock on his door.
And this big monster pops out.
Yes.
And it's making all kinds of noise. But they all get scared and like run off and freak out. But then you see it was just Max.
The little doggy.
Yes.
Little Max. He's barking into like this
which there is I saw it somewhere, I don't remember where, but if you think about it, the reason the Grinch has Max is because no one else wanted him. Like, he was that scruffy, ugly little dog, and nobody wanted him.
Probably
so the
the
Grinch
runt,
took
too.
him. Yeah. And I'm like, that's really sad, but then he has someone. He at least has the Grinch. So
it's
he
like,
has someone.
It's like, even Max likes the Grinch, so how can you mean... Animals are pretty good about people. Mm-hmm. It's like, they will tell you if they don't like somebody.
Yes, they will.
And Max likes the Grinch, so that's kind of a little bit of... I always thought that was like a foreshadowing thing.
Mm-hmm. It is, a little bit. We find out Grinch hates Christmas. He's up there moaning and complaining about Christmas.
I've been called the Grinch I don't know how many times, so I know how he feels. I do.
Cindy Lou Who is asking about, like, the meaning of Christmas and this and that. And somebody it's the mayor, he pulls out the Book of Who and answers one of her questions about something. Or maybe it was the Grinch. I don't remember, but I wrote down the Book of Who. And it's just like this big book of Who rules.
Yeah, that's a little bit. Because, so he decides to go down to Whoville.
He does decide to go down
and he's
there.
causing chaos. Because I love it. He's wearing, like, this mask. It makes him look kind of like a Who.
Yeah.
And he's saying that the Grinch... Hopkins, our narrator, saying that the Grinch's heart is 2 sizes too small. And that's... The teens are... They're saying that they're
the teens come down and they talk about the Grinch, and that's when the Book of Who comes out. That's it.
And he's like, no, we're not going to talk about the Grinch.
Yeah. And then we're in the mailroom, which is where Cindy Lou Who's dad works.
Yes, he's the postmaster.
Yeah, postmaster. And the mailroom is so funny. There's, like, fragile stuff, and he's just chucking it all wherever
it says fragile, too. And it's just, like, tossing it. I'm like, well, this explains the post office.
Yeah.
And she's asking about the Grinch here, too.
Yeah, she is asking about the Grinch. Why he doesn't get any mail. Because his mailbox is all covered in spider webs and cobwebs and stuff. Then we see the Grinch is messing with the mail.
Classic lines, too. Paying slip, eviction notice, cheery.
Yeah.
Love that.
Then the kid, Cindy Lou Who has to go back and put something in...
Just put some letters back there or something. And so the Grinch and Max are hiding up high.
In the ceiling.
And the mask
like
drops.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, the mask drops down and she picks it up.
Yeah.
She's like, what's this?
And then she looks up.
Well, because Max sneezes.
Yeah.
And the Grinch is like, he's like, because you're tight. He's like, oh. Drops down, like, she, like, freaks out.
Yeah. She falls into the sorting machine.
Yes.
And the Grinch is just going to leave
He's
her.
like, okay, bye. That was easy.
He's like, my work's done. All done. And then Max is like, excuse me. He bites his butt.
Bites his butt and everything, and is twirling around. He's like, fine. And so he literally just, like, takes her out.
Yep. And then...
She thanks him.
Yes, she does thank him. And then he wraps her up like a Christmas present.
Yep.
And her dad finds him. Or her dad finds her.
Yeah. And she was going to tell him about the Grinch, but...
She decided...
She didn't
not to.
She's like, maybe he does have a heart.
Yeah.
Oh.
Then they go home. Her mom...
Betty
Lou Who, that's right. She's decorating the house.
All kinds of lights.
Yeah, she's got, like, lamps, the refrigerator light, everything.
All kinds of light, because then, like, the house right next to them is Martha May's,
yes.
And that house is just, like, super decorated, too.
And she has this like, bazooka thingy for lights.
Machine gun thing, almost, yeah. And, like, the house is, like, really, like, there's no lights in the house because they're all outside. And there's a prank call from the Grinch.
Yeah. Is your something or another running? Well, you better go catch it!
He just hangs up and just giggles.
That's such a 2000
I love it.
era joke. Like, that whole 10 years, I think that was, like, the best joke of the 10 years.
Facts.
Then... He's ready to go home, so he jumps in like it's like
the dump it to crumpet.
Trash chute, yeah, and the button is dump it to crumpet. And I always, even though I know it's to mount crumpet, I always think dump it to crumpet because he's a grumpy old man.
I can see that. I was like, but that's what the mountain's called. And he, like, when they get back, he grabs some trash. He's like, all right. Got some good stuff. We're going. Goes back up, and that's when you go to Cindy's little song.
Yep, my favorite Christmas song. And I do like when she sings it, but my favorite version is the end credits one with Faith Hill singing it.
Yeah, that's a good version.
It's Where Are You Christmas? it's basically she's like doubting everyone in Whoville because they think Christmas is about the presents and this and that and the other, when it's really just about being with your family and enjoying the time that you have with loved ones. And that's what this song is. And I just really like it. It didn't used to be my favorite Christmas song, but as I got older, it became more my favorite. And then we get to see the Grinch's home. Yeah,
he has this big poster of the mayor, and he just tosses trash at it, all the time, and I love it.
It's funny, he does.
His house is funny because when he comes in, he goes behind a dressing thing, and he puts on this see-through robe, and I just lose it every time I see that.
And then there's an echo, and he's talking to the echo.
Oh,
and then he calls it an idiot, and it repeats back, "You're an idiot," and then he's like, "I'm an idiot," so the echo would say, "I'm an idiot," but the echo changes it to "You're an idiot" again.
And there's the voicemail, of course.
Yes, the voicemail. And his calendar.
Oh. That's later.
Yeah.
We'll get to the calendar, his schedule.
And then we see Cindy Lou Who investigating.
Yeah, she's interviewing people about the Grinch because she really wants to know why does he not like Christmas? Why is he up there by himself and
because
everything?
She's starting to think that maybe she's more like the Grinch than she should be.
Yeah.
Because she's doubting Christmas.
Yeah, so she talks to, his two old ladies that
raised him.
And then Martha and the mayor. Yeah.
She talks to all kinds of people. And we kind of get a little bit of a background into the Grinch. We find out how he grew up. He ate a Santa plate when he was a baby.
Yeah. He's not a normal...
Santa! Bye-bye!
Not a normal baby, at all. I mean, he's green from the first part. He's fuzzy. So, not like a normal Who kid.
Yeah. Then we see him in school, and he gets made fun of because he's 10 years old and he has a beard.
Yeah, and he's different. I mean... Kids are always going to pick on the different kid. That's just how kids are.
Mm-hmm. And then there's the gift exchange, and
Grinch made Martha a gift.
Because you were supposed to make a gift for someone. And he had shaved the night before the gift exchange, and he'd never shaved before, so he had all kinds of cuts and stuff, so he had a bag on his head.
Yeah.
And then they told him to take the bag off, so he put his book up. She told him to put the book down. His foot was there. And then he put his foot down and you could see his face. And then everyone's laughing at him. And then he gets all macho man and destroys the classroom.
He was just done at that point. He was just done with the teasing and everything.
Yeah. And he runs away. And lives up on a mountain for the rest of his life. For the most part. Then after all the flashbacks, you see him outside and he's yelling at the Who's.
He's yelling. He's like, I hate them all alphabetically. And there's a phone book he has.
He's got a phone book. He's like, something, who I hate you.
And she's like, hate.
Yes.
Double hate. Loathe entirely.
Yes. And then we see the Whovilation, which is Whoville's celebration for Christmas. And they have to nominate a cheermeister. And the mayor thinks he's going to be the cheermeister because he's always cheermeister.
Always.
But Cindy Lou nominates the Grinch.
So Cindy suggests the Grinch be the cheermeister.
Yep. And they don't think that he'll come down from his mountain. So she goes up.
Yeah, she goes and asks him.
And right before he gets there, or she gets there, he's trying to drown out all the sound from the Whovilation because he can't stand it.
I do this all the time too with Christmas music.
But Cindy Lou Who goes up there, and he's trying to scare her off because he doesn't want her.
Totally breaks the fourth wall. He does this constantly. Mm-hmm. Always talking to the camera or trying not to speak in rhymes whatsoever.
Yeah. And he tells her that he doesn't want to go. And that he's busy. And then that's when we see the calendar. Because she's like, okay, well, here's your invitation anyway.
And then he's leaves. He sends her away. He tricks her a little bit. He's like, maybe I'll go. He's like, really? No. And then, sends her down the tunnel.
Yeah, sends her down the thing.
Then the schedule. Love the schedule.
Yeah, the schedule's funny. So then he's trying to find something to wear because he decides he's gonna go.
Yep.
And he pulls the tablecloth off and none of the stuff falls. So
it's beautifully.
Messes it up.
It was supposed to, like, all fall off, but he did it so well it just stayed. So he just went back and just messed it up himself.
And then there's a yodeler. So he takes the yodeler's clothes.
Yeah, because he made a kilt from the tablecloth at first.
And then Max pulls the lever and sends them down there.
Yep.
And the Grinch shows up when they're about to give the award to the mayor. And everyone is scared. So the Grinch shows up.
He falls, like, right into Martha, like, right in her chest.
Yeah.
His face in her chest.
Yeah. And everyone is all scared because they've never actually interacted with the Grinch since he left.
Yeah. Most of them don't even, like, know what he really looks like, too.
So then he gets put on the chair of cheer and he has to try all this stupid stuff, like pudding.
He's got a sweater, too.
Yeah, he does have
a light-up sweater. Ugh.
And so he does all this stuff, and he's like, getting really full, and they keep making him try more stuff.
It's like the pudding, he does a conga line, eats fruitcake, and fudge, and a sack race.
Yeah. And then his last thing that he has to do before he accepts the cheermeister title or whatever is he has to shave. And
well, he doesn't have to. He gets a gift.
Yeah, he gets the razor, and they're making fun of him, and he loses it.
Well, after he loses it after that, and then the mayor proposes to Martha, and then he's like, I'm freaking done with you people. Just calls him out. It's like for being so all about your gifts and all of this, and just
says all of your trash. Like 3 days after Christmas,
it all comes to me.
Yep. Then the mistletoe, he hangs it over his butt and says, "Kiss my butt."
Yeah.
Gives the mayor a haircut.
Yeah. He just starts, like, just causing wreck, like,
It's just being
mess.
An asshole. And
he destroys the entire tree.
Yep.
That was cool, actually.
And then, Cindy Lou Who feels bad because of what happened. And they are, like, all griping at her, and he's like, "You destroyed Christmas." And the Grinch gets back up to his mountain, and Max is up there celebrating Christmas and dancing.
He's like,
Christmas music.
Really?
Yeah. And then the Grinch comes up with a plan.
The plan plots to steal Christmas.
Yes.
And there's this there's the Grinch song, of course. Your main one, Mr. Grinch. And while he's doing that, he's making his sleigh and the costume and all that.
Yeah. And then he needs a reindeer. He doesn't know where to find a reindeer, so he chooses Max to be his reindeer.
Yeah, it's like there's this entire little thing, too, where he's like, "Okay, Max, you're Rudolph. Got the nose." He's like, "You need to save Christmas."
Giving him a pep talk.
And then Max just like, takes off the nose. He's like, "Brilliant! Why didn't I think of that?"
Yes, that's funny. And then he goes around stealing Christmas.
Yeah, I guess to wait till Santa leaves.
Yeah, because Santa comes and brings everything, and then he goes and steals literally everything.
He takes everything, like the food, all of their decorations, like...
And there's a cat.
The cat gets sucked up.
Yeah.
And I know one part, like the first house he goes to Cindy's house, and she comes down because she's thirsty, and she's asking him about Christmas, and, what's Christmas really about?
Santa, what's Christmas really about? Vengeance. Or presents, I suppose.
And she's like, "Don't forget the Grinch." And he's like, "Oh."
Yeah.
Right in the veils.
And then he's like going through, and then one of the houses that he stops at is the mayor, and the mayor is dreaming, and he's like, "Kiss me, Martha May," and he like puckers up, and he puts Max's butt. And then, so everything is gone.
Yeah, and Max has to pull it up.
Yeah. Which
is, like, amazing for a small little dog to pull all of that up.
Yeah, it is.
A mountain, so.
So the Who's wake up the next day, and they're all
upset
that it's all gone. Like, Mayor's pissed. Like,
well, he got dragged out of his house.
Yeah, she's like in the middle of town. he's like blaming Cindy Lou, and her dad defends her.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's good. And then they realize...
He's like, this is not what Christmas is about.
Yeah, Christmas is about being together with the people you love, and this and that and the other. And so then he's like, yeah, I suppose you're right. He's like, the presents are just kind of a bonus.
Yeah, so everyone's okay. And Cindy's like, goes and to find the Grinch.
Yep. When they start singing.
Yeah.
And he hears them singing, and he's like, he doesn't quite understand at first, but then he's like, maybe it's not about the packages.
Yeah,
maybe it's not about that. It's like they don't have their Christmas or their lights or their tree. They're just all singing. And then he realizes, yeah, it's not about that. And then we see his heart grows.
His heart grows. Was it?
He's like in pain.
Was it? How many sizes was it?
3 sizes.
3 sizes, that's what I thought.
So, the sleigh is about to fall off the mountain.
And he's like, well, it's just presents. And then you see Cindy on top of all of them.
Yep.
And she's like, hi. He's like, crap.
And he has to save her. And so they slide into Whoville with all the presents.
After he saved her, of course.
Yes, after he's saved her. And Martha returns the ring to the mayor because she likes the Grinch.
She's always liked the Grinch.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
You even see it in
the little flashback when
yeah.
her and the Grinch, the mayor, actually are in school together.
Yeah.
The Grinch apologizes, of course, for stealing everything, and it's all good. And
they start singing, and he's singing the wrong words. He's like, have sure. He's just
I would do the same thing, too.
He's just making all kinds of noises instead of actually singing the words.
It's all happy and everything, and then, like, they're having Christmas dinner at Grinch's place.
Yep. And that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
And...
Happy.
So, music.
Musica.
The music is from James Horner, which he did the original music for the Boris Karloff one.
Yes.
And he was born in 1953. He passed away in 2015, so not really that long ago. He did win 2 Oscars. He also won 51 other awards and had 86 other nominations. His 2 Oscars... Best Music Original Song for Titanic, the My Heart Will Go On. He wrote the music for it, and then Will Jennings wrote the lyrics. And it was performed by Celine Dion. And then his other Oscar was for the Titanic as well, the Best Music Original Dramatic Score. So for Titanic, he was the conductor, the music producer, and he was a soloist. I don't remember what he played, but he was a soloist. I don't think it said what he played.
Huh.
And he also did some of the orchestration. Then he also worked on Avatar in 2009. He was an orchestrator, and he did some of the conducting. The Mask of Zorro from 1998, he was a conductor and orchestrator. And then Deep Impact from 1998, he was the conductor, music producer, and orchestrator.
Horner. Was he the one that... Was that the accident? The one that he died in? I'm trying to remember.
I'm not sure.
I think so.
I didn't look up how he died. I just know he died pretty recently.
Plane crash. Yep, plane crash. That's what I thought. I was like, it has to be something to do with a musician and something involving air travel. It's plane.
Okay. So, there is a book. There is the 1960s version, the original with Boris Karloff as the Grinch. Or no, the narrator.
1966 with Boris Karloff.
He's the Grinch and the narrator.
Yes, he is.
And then there is the remake, just came out this November.
Yes.
With Benedict Cumberbatch.
As the Grinch. Yes.
The original is just like 20-30 minutes.
It's not very long. It's... God, I have it pulled up here. It is 26 minutes long.
Okay. And it's just basically Grinch hates Christmas and he's going to go steal it.
It's pretty much the story.
Yeah.
Except they added some more color. Because the original books, there's really not much color.
Yeah.
The Grinch is actually black and white, like I said earlier.
But they added a lot of color and made Whoville very colorful.
And the Grinch green.
Yes. And then the remake, I did go see it. I still like this one better. The remake is okay. It's pretty similar. The thing that I kind of really liked, though, Cindy Lou Who, she didn't want anything for Christmas. She was asking Santa for her mom to be happy, because her mom was a single mom, and she was taking care of her and her 2 little twin brothers. So she wanted her mom to be happier and to just have some help with the kids. So they had her and her friends had this whole plan to catch Santa so that they could ask Santa for what Cindy wanted. Because she said, this is specific because I need to talk to Santa. And it was funny because the Grinch is actually the one that said, well, if it's that important, then you should just go talk to him. Because he was down in town all dressed up. And
yeah.
Well, he wasn't really too dressed up. They just didn't really know what he looked like. But it's pretty straightforward, standard, same thing.
Okay.
There's little differences.
How was Benedict's Grinch?
He did good. I mean, when you're voice acting, it is a difficult job, but it's not as much as physically acting, because you don't have to contort your face and all that. But I did enjoy his Grinch. I just think the story was not quite where I wanted it to be.
Okay.
And then also the music in that Grinch really bothered me.
Really?
Yeah. They turned the Grinch, that song, more into a rap rather than a, like...
I mean, it could be done in a rap, but it's got to be done the right way.
I feel like it wasn't done the right way. Because I do agree it can be done in a rap, but I didn't like how they did it.
Ugh. Okay. Good to know that.
Yeah. I mean, some people like this one better than the new one. Some people like the new one worse. Like, it just kind of really depends on personal preference, really.
Okay, I get you.
So trivia, what you got?
I got a couple from what I wrote last time. So, Jim Carrey had to spend almost 100 days in the Grinch makeup. 92.
Oh my god.
It took about 2 to 3 hours to put on and an hour to take off.
Oh my god.
He literally had to get some, like, training just to, like, keep himself calm and relaxed during all of that time. Yeah. His suit was made out of yak hair, actually. There's interviews where he actually talks about that. And it's dyed green, and it was sewed onto his spandex suit.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that's yak hair. If you didn't know that. Yak hair. And, of course, Anthony Hopkins mirrors Boris Karloff's narration because they're both known for horror films.
Yeah.
So we got Anthony Hopkins is, of course, as Hannibal Lecter. Mm-hmm. And Boris Karloff is Frankenstein and the Mummy.
Yeah.
So that's why he picked Hopkins.
That's kind of cool.
I like the connection.
Mm-hmm. So, favorite line.
Where do we start? I think we can quote this movie all day.
Yeah.
I think.
We really could.
I know I could. I quote it all the time, too.
Let's see. Love Christmas best without a who doubt. Dad, doesn't this seem like a bit much? She's holding all the presents.
Yeah.
One man's toxic sludge is another man's potpourri. I don't know, it's some kind of soup. I like that. Santa, bye-bye. I love that one. Kids today, so insensitized by movies and television.
So that's just breaking the wall there. That is his breaking that fourth wall.
We're gonna die! We're gonna die! I'm gonna throw up, and then we're gonna die! Alright, this is my absolute favorite.
Okay.
We kind of talked about it a little bit. Santa, what's Christmas really about? Vengeance. Or presents, I suppose. I was afraid of that. Maybe Christmas doesn't come from a store. Maybe it means a little bit more.
That's a good one, too.
Yeah, that is a good one. Those two are my favorite.
let's see. I mean, of course, I love quoting the one where he's at the post office, like, jury duty, pink slip, eviction notice.
Yeah.
Love that one.
Great.
I do love his schedule. That's one of my favorites, especially the dinner with me. I can't cancel that again.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've done that before. I've tried to have a dinner by myself because no one else is home, and then I have to cancel it. It sucks. Let's see. That is not a chew toy. Get that out of your mouth. You don't know where it's been.
Yeah, when he bites him in the butt.
And this is probably one of my favorite ones. I'll hunt you down and gut you like a fish.
Oh, yeah, I like that one. That one's good.
That's my favorite. Out of all of them.
That's a good one.
Because I like to yell it. It's your movie, so I'll let you pick.
I feel like the Santa What's Christmas Really About is a bit long.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go with maybe Christmas doesn't come from a store. Maybe it means a little bit more.
I like it. Plus it rhymes.
It does.
And it's Dr. Seuss, so it's rhyming. It fits.
All right. So, our rating. What do you give it?
An 8.
Me too.
A solid 8. Love Jim Carrey. His acting. He's great as the Grinch. I love how the Grinch is... You get a background story with the Grinch.
Yeah.
And he's a lot more sympathetic in this movie. You're like, okay, there's a reason why he doesn't like Christmas.
Yeah.
Not just that it's about the noise and all that, what the other ones have.
Yeah.
This one's got an actual backstory to it.
Yeah. Makeup is obviously a big thing. I've said it multiple times.
So
I really
much makeup.
enjoy all of the makeup and all of the hair. The set design in this is really good too.
Yes.
And I've actually been to the set. I went to
it's in
Universal in
Yeah.
California a few years ago, and they have the set still there. Just the Whoville. They don't have the mountain. They have Whoville there. And it's... Even seeing it on screen is awesome and it's great, but seeing it in person, even without all the lights and stuff on it, it's just like you get transported into Whoville, even though you're just driving by it. And it's really funny how they have it set up on the backlot tour. It's Whoville, and then you go around the corner behind Whoville, and it's
Isn't it the Bates Motel?
Yeah, Bates Motel and the Psycho House up on the hill.
Yeah, because isn't there's like a rumor that Jim Carrey used to go and scare people.
That's funny.
Yeah. That's just a rumor.
But
I don't know
yeah.
if it's true or not.
I have no idea.
That wouldn't surprise me, though, if he did.
Yeah, it wouldn't. But yeah, there's not really a lot about this movie that I don't like. Maybe a couple of people's acting is a bit over top. Like, Martha. Hers is a bit over the top at times.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really think of anything.
I gotta give props. I don't know what it is, but I just love Jeffrey Tambor. Like, his acting is always great. He's the mayor.
Oh, that's what I thought.
I love him. He's great in, like, everything I've seen him in. Because he's in Arrested Development, a bunch of other different things. I especially love him in Tales from the Crypt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's in one of the episodes. That's, like, one of my favorite episodes of all time from Tales from the Crypt.
I like Tales from the Crypt. But yeah, I enjoy this one a lot. This is one I watch every year. And if it's on, I don't really have an if it's on. Mine's a if I turn it on.
And it's on, you're watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it pops up on Netflix, I'll turn it on and watch it.
I do that all the time. I'm like, oh, Grinch is
you know
on.
How,
Sweet.
You know how it says like your suggestions or whatever. And like, oh, okay, I'll watch the Grinch again.
Again, like you're gonna force me to watch this. Really? Come on.
But yeah, I enjoy it. This was one of my favorite ones. So our next event will be our superhero event.
Superheroes!
End of February, I think, is when it'll be coming out. Yep, February 28th is when we'll be releasing that one. That will be 4 of our favorite superhero films. 2 from each of us. So my 2 films are Batman 1989 and Avengers Infinity War from 2018.
And mine was actually hard for me to pick because I have a hard time with superhero movies because I don't know. I just not into them as much as Kat is. So I picked The Incredibles from 2004 and Iron Man from 2008.
Yes. And the way we have it structured, we will be reviewing Iron Man before we review Infinity War, just because it's dumb to do it the opposite way.
Yeah, we're not going to do it the opposite because that'd be really weird.
And yes, we do realize that The Incredibles is a Disney movie, but we are counting it as a superhero movie, so Jess can have one.
Yeah, I told you it was hard. I was like, well, it's superheroes too.
Yes, they are superheroes.
They are. Technically, you can include Big Hero 6 in that too,
that is
actually.
True, you can, because that's superheroes too.
That might be my other one I do next time.
Star Wars. I count them as superheroes. But that's just me.
Hell yeah.
So if you
but we can't do the original
you can't do the
three.
original, but you can do the newer ones.
Yeah.
Not the trilogy you don't like, but these newer ones, like Solo and stuff. You can do that.
And like Rogue One.
Mm-hmm. So, we do offer premium. So for $1 a month, you can get uncut episodes, early release episodes, and our monthly special episode, which for this month is The Prince of Egypt. And then next month it'll be Little Miss Sunshine. For $5 a month, you can get all of that, as well as join us for up to 5 movies. It's 1 movie every 50 movies. Then we are running a contest. If you leave a positive written review, 1 out of every 10 that does will be randomly selected to come join us for an episode of their choice. So make sure you leave us some reviews. Where to find us?
So you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Cat and Jess Talk the Best. Our email is catandjesstalkthebest250@gmail.com. And our website is catandjesstalkthebest.podbean.com.
Yep. And you can find and share our show from everywhere, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play. Make sure you share it with your friends so they know where to find us too, especially if they enjoy people rambling about movies.
Yes.
Because that's pretty much what we're doing.
That's what we do. It's fun for us. So.
It is fun. And then our opening music, all of it is by Audio Binger, and you can find him on Facebook, YouTube, and his website, audiobinger.net.
Yep.
And I think that's all we have for our Christmas episodes, so stay tuned for February when our superhero ones come out.
Yep.
Bye!
Bye!